All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 147 and 154 pound division as Terence Crawford's trainer is finally speaking up about what the plans are after this fight with David AVANESYAN, and it is for Errol Spence Jr. and JERMELL Charlo back to back. They're getting ready to handle that. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about somebody that has popped out the woodwork and Brian BOMAC McIntyre talking about Terence Crawford and what he is going to do after the David AVANESYAN fight, and it is to go get the big bad Errol Spence Jr. and JERMELL Iron Man Charlo. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And also want to say thank you so much to everybody that supports on the channel and the live streams that we do. Thank you guys for your continued support, the channel members, the people that hit the like button, share the videos, also especially the people that support in the Cash App and in the super chats of the live streams and the super thanks of the videos, which you can see with the little heart sign and the dollar in the corner. Thank you guys so much, Mr. Pragmatic. You my guy. Barbara D definitely checked out your support that you guys did last couple videos. So thank you so much. Helps the channel go a lot. But let's get into this, man. And I'm going to be a little bit editorial in this one. I'm calling BS, but that's okay. We'll see. Okay. Now, as we know, Terence Crawford has a fight coming up this weekend with David AVANESYAN, and David AVANESYAN is a replacement fighter, to put it very, very kindly, for Errol Spence Jr. and is taking place because of the negotiations between Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world, the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA, falling apart at the last minute, where Terence Crawford then decided to fight against this guy, David AVANESYAN, on December 10th in Omaha, Nebraska on BLK Prime pay-per-view. And I guess it's also now available on other, through other pay-per-view distribution networks. So we should all be getting to see a great fight, right? No, because it's not a great fight. It's a fight that nobody cared about, but was in the works, at least in discussions, for several years. So, hey, man, Terence Crawford got what he wanted. He had that sitting there. There was talk of him fighting David AVANESYAN before he fought Sean Porter. So he fights Sean Porter. He didn't fight AVANESYAN. He fought Sean Porter as mandatory. Is because it was ordered by the WBO. So he fights Sean Porter, and then he goes right back to David AVANESYAN. But now, according to Brian McIntyre, they're about to get to Errol Spence Jr. after that, and JERMELL Iron Man Charlo after that. Now, if you believe that, I've got a bridge to sell to you, because that is not what Terence Crawford is sounding like. There's no real reason to believe that he is going to do that, because of not just because of what he's done before, but what the things that he is saying now. Like, for example, let's take this fight. I would like to see this fight in London or Saudi Arabia. Now, did a video about this where I got into that a little bit more in depth, but suffice it to say that is the exact same problem that they were facing in the last negotiation. In the last negotiation, where Terence Crawford, and let me summarize what the problem is. The problem is that Terence Crawford really believes that he is on equal footing or equal billing with Errol Spence Jr., and he's not. Okay, he just plain and simple is not. Now, when you are with Top Rank and people are paying, and Top Rank is taking ESPN's budget and paying you a big portion of their budget with big guaranteed payments because the fight's not going to get put on pay-per-view and the budget is on a network, right? That allows you to make more money than you would be if you were going out on pay-per-view and you were able to actually sell a lot of tickets, in different venues. But the people that do not rely upon that, they make more money than the people that do rely on that. Case in point, Gervonta Davis once again put out some information about how he was offered a $10 million guarantee plus a pay-per-view bonus. Well, I don't know what a pay-per-view bonus is. It should be a percentage of the pay-per-view, but whatever, a pay-per-view bonus to fight Ryan Garcia. Right? And then what did Gervonta Davis say? Gervonta said, look, man, how are you going to, for a big fight like that, how are you going to offer me something I'm already making? Now, there's a lot of people out there that want to act as if they're not making that type of money when they are guys like Gervonta are selling out stadiums, right? Which is the gates, the concessions, all of the stuff associated with that. You also are doing 200, 300,000 pay-per-views and getting digital pay-per-views where we're not, according to Steven Espinoza, 90% of that is going to the fighters, and more than likely, Gervonta Davis is getting 60, 70% of that. The same thing applies for Errol Spence Jr., who can sell out, who can put 40,000 people in a stadium in Dallas, Texas, and whose pay-per-views are doing 300, 350,000 pay-per-views. Just boom, like they are making more money. So as long as you have Terence Crawford in his mindset that we're going to somehow find a way where I'm going to get all my money up front and I'm going to get half of the money, you're still going to run into that financial issue with the PBC that is more than likely not going to be interested in selling that fight to somebody else because they've done the work necessary to build Errol Spence Jr. to the point where he is the star, not a guy looking for a slick lick out of a place like, and no offense to BLK Prime, but it is what it is. That particular thing is not going to sell 20,000. It's not going to sell 20,000 pay-per-views. There will be no back end for him. So if you have somebody trying to offer Errol $20 million for a fight where they own the fight and they can project that, hey, they can make 40 million. He can make 35, $40 million off the fight, right? Why would he do that? And people will say, well, that's not true. You can't. Well, Deontay Wilder did it. Deontay Wilder did it several times. Deontay Wilder, once he got to that Tyson Fury fight, which is nowhere near as much buzz as the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight it has, he wound up making that type of money. Those guys did a $17 million gate in Vegas. And on top of it, they sold like 400,000. I think they said in the second was like 600,000 pay-per-views. There's no reason to believe in the United States that if Deontay Wilder can fight Tyson Fury, who is not a draw in the United States at all, and can do those type of numbers, that Errol and Terence can't do those type of numbers. They're probably going to do those type of numbers. So you're probably not going to get to that as long as you have Terence Crawford, the mentality that he wants to take the fight somewhere. No, man, you're going to have to go over there and fight with them and just accept that reality that you're going to have to go fight with them because they did what was necessary to really build the fight. But more than likely what's going to happen is Terence is going to take the shine from the fight and then get somebody to one off and go pay him. Unless Errol does this. Look, I don't care about the fight. Once Errol Spence Jr. says, I don't care about Terence Crawford, I don't want to fight Terence Crawford, I'm sick of him. Once that happens, then more than likely that money is going to dry up for Terence Crawford because there will not be the ability to sell that fight taking place. As long as Errol Spence Jr. continues to talk about it, that's probably what Terence Crawford is going to do. And BOMAC is the guy that said this is the one that said, hey, if you can get 10 million fighting a mediocre guy, why wouldn't we do that? Answer is they would do that. And so the idea of if the Errol fight can't happen, of going up to 154 to fight JERMELL, in pretty much the same situation, except for maybe it's closer to a 50-50 financial type of thing. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.